Can television predict the future? Do the executives in Hollywood have foreknowledge of future world events? Or is it all just coincidence? Welcome to the Nerd Files. Today, I'm going to show you some examples of times where TV has seemingly predicted world events, and I want you to decide predictions of the future or just pure coincidence. For decades, television and movies have given us glimpses into the future, showing off advanced technology, evolving cultures, and even major political shifts long before they ever happened. At the time, these ideas were written off as fiction, nothing more than creative storytelling meant to entertain. But every now and then, reality catches up. And when it does, those once impossible ideas start to feel a little less like fiction and a lot more like prediction. We've seen it happen with shows like The Simpsons, which has become famous for seemingly predicting real-world events years before they occurred. Movies like Minority Report introduced technology like gesture-based interfaces and personalized advertising, things that felt futuristic at the time, but now exist in some form today. Even series like Black Mirror explore ideas that seem uncomfortably close to where we're heading. So the question is, how does this keep happening? Is it simply coincidence, or is something else at play? Because when you start looking closer, some of these predictions aren't just close, they're almost exact.
In my opinion, we should be looking for bin Laden in Pakistan.
Do you have that globe nearby?
This clip comes from a 2007 episode of Scrubs where the janitor voices his opinion, stating that he believes that Osama bin Laden is in Pakistan. Turns out 4 years later, Osama bin Laden was found and killed in Pakistan. Now, maybe it's all just a big coincidence. Maybe he somehow saw that episode of Scrubs and decided it was a good idea to hide out there for some reason. Who knows? We'll never know. I just thought it was a little odd that this episode predicted where they might find him, and then turns out they did find him. Throughout the history of Star Trek, we have seen new and incredible technology that seemed too good to be true. However, as time went on, we've discovered that some of these technologies are not so out of this world, such as personal communication devices, personal tablet computers, computers that respond when you ask it a question. These are just a few examples of the technology that once seemed too good to be true, but now it's pretty commonplace for most people. And it really makes you wonder, did the writers of Star Trek have a sense of what was going to happen in the future with our technology, or was it just pure coincidence?
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
What are you talking about, Hal?
This mission is too important.
In the 1968 film 2001: Space Odyssey, the film follows a crew of astronauts, scientists, and a supercomputer called HAL 9000. In part of the film, Hal goes rogue because he believes that the humans will jeopardize the mission, and the only way to ensure that they will succeed is by eliminating the humans. This is alluding to the possibility of AI turning against humanity one day, and this is shown in countless other films such as The Matrix, Oblivion, the Terminator films, and many more. As time goes on, we entrust more and more of our daily lives to AI, and we never stop to think, is this the right path? Should we entrust everything to AI? And what are we going to do if one day AI really does turn against us?
For the last time, I'm pretty sure what's killing the crops is this Brondo stuff.
The Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is that you want us to put water on the crops?
Yes.
Water. Like out the toilet?
In the movie Idiocracy, we see that a man with basic intelligence can be considered the smartest man in the world when everyone else around him is a total moron. In today's world, we see the general decline of intelligence in our population, and I think we can all agree that over the years, general intelligence has just gone down. We've all gotten a lot stupider. We're definitely a lot more retarded, and this film alluded to that. Now, a lot of people like to make the joke that we're living in the world of idiocracy, but it's not really a joke. I think that we really are living in the world of idiocracy.
Byers, your flight's gonna make an unscheduled stop. In exactly
corner of Liberty and Washington. Lower Manhattan.
World Trade Center. We're going to crash the plane into the World Trade Center.
In March of 2001, Fox released The Lone Gunman, a spin-off of The X-Files. In the pilot episode, there's a portion where hijackers take remote control of an airplane and try to crash it into the World Trade Center. Now this one, pretty obvious why this one's in the list, because months later, 9/11. This one, it kind of makes you wonder, like, even though the details were a little bit different in the episode compared to what really happened in real life, it really makes you think, did they know that this was going to happen, or was this just a huge coincidence?
Shark still looks fake.
Back to the Future is known for its weird and wacky adventures with Doc Brown and Marty McFly, but it's also known for its technology that it displayed in its movies. Anything from hoverboards to holograms to virtual reality glasses, Back to the Future has successfully predicted a lot of technology that has come to pass in today's world. Now granted, the hoverboard technology, for example, may not be exactly like it was in the movies, but we are on the right track. Currently, we're at the point where we have the hover technology, however, it needs a specialized platform in order for it to function properly. So we're not quite at the part where it's just able to free roam and hover, but I feel like we're getting extremely close. So that could be something that we see in the next 5 to 10 years even. In Back to the Future, we're also shown things like hologram technology and virtual reality glasses, specifically in the second movie. Now, both of these technologies have come to be real, and they've been expanding over the years, and they've been getting better and better, especially virtual reality. Every year, virtual reality tech gets better and better and more advanced, and you have to stop and wonder, at what point is it going to be where virtual reality is indistinguishable from actual reality? These are just a few examples of times that TV shows and movies have seemingly predicted the future, but I'm curious what you guys think. Do you guys think that the people in Hollywood have access to knowledge that we, the common folk, don't have? Or is this just pure coincidence? Are they just seeming to be able to guess things and then it just happens to happen in the future? Personally, I think there is some element of desensitization to it. I think that they do put some things in our media to see how we would react to it, and then depending on how the general public reacts to it, it will depend on if they move forward with that or not. Because the way it works is that when you're shown something repeatedly in another form, say like on television or in a video game or something like that, you get desensitized to it, and so it makes it less of a shock value when you actually see it in real life. So I think there's a bit of that actually going on with our media, and I think it is a problem that we need to look at seriously. But at the same time, it's hard to know because it could all just be major coincidence. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what you guys think. If you could, let me know what you think down below in the comments, and make sure to leave a like and a subscribe on the channel if you haven't already. It really does help out the channel, and I appreciate y'all for watching this video. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.